Crazy Katy Perry is desperate to save her music career, but there's just one problem. She's still holding near to the playbook she's used for 20 years, and it doesn't work anymore. The star is trying to push far, far, far to the left. Be woke, but it's a joke. And now folks have had enough of her land acknowledgements and PSAs on climate change. Today we'll tell you why celebrities are learning the hard way. Woke doesn't work anymore. Hello folks, and welcome back to the Pro Channel. It is a pleasure as always to have you here with us. We are today going to take what could be a very silly topic and turn it into something that I think is of a more grandeur status. Folks, as we get ready to dive into the philosophical shift underway, the political landscape moving away from celebrities, click the like button and we'll explain what's really going on in Hollyweird using crazy Katy Perry. Here's what we've got out of Hollywood in Toto by Christian Toto, friend of the channel. Katy Perry's woke land acknowledgement explained. Fading pop star's anti-ICE message isn't an isolated moment. Yes, Katy, despite not having any hits right now, despite being kicked out of Vegas right now, well, she is determined to still be in the news. The article says Katy Perry kissed a girl when it was cool, edgy, and different. The singer's 2008 debut became a sensation, and a new pop starlet was born. Now, the 40-year-old Perry can't buy good press. Her recent astronaut stint got heckled across the pop culture landscape. Even fellow celebrities took pot shots at the trip. What's the point? Olivia Munn said while co-hosting Today with Jenna and Friends on April 3rd. Is it historic that you guys are going on a ride? I think it's a bit gluttonous. Space exploration was to further our knowledge and to help mankind. What are they going to do? Go up there that has made it better for us down here? Perry's current Lifetimes tour suffered from similar blowback. She said she felt like a human piñata after the online beating, including leaked clips from the flailing tour. The numbers tell a larger story. Lifetime ticket sales are down. Her 2024 album 143 also disappointed in the sales department. Critics weren't too kind. Pitchfork dubbed the disc a spectacular flop. So what's a gal to do? What's crazy Katy gonna do? Well, go woke, of course. Now, she's been doing this ever since she came on the scene, but now it's getting nauseating because what does Katy know to do when she's not getting press? Well, as Christian says, never be woke enough, ever. Katy Perry has been going to bat for climate change. That's one thing. Now, Perry is slapping cringeworthy messages on her social media pages. They are tied to the current issues of Los Angeles, the city not necessarily the Day of Angels, where President Donald Trump is fulfilling campaign promises. We've seen violence, yet Perry waded into the matter of the LA chaos in a way that many of us were not anticipating. You, for example, ladies and gentlemen out there, and we are straying from the text for a moment here, you may have said to yourself, well, if I don't like what's going on in Los Angeles, I could put out a statement saying I don't like it. Or you might have said, I'll raise some money for the people that I care about. Whatever the case might be, depending on your side of the political aisle, there's ways to get involved. Katy Perry, though, decided that she, as a very important celebrity, needed to make a land acknowledgement. Here's the statement from Katy Perry regarding the LA chaos and unrest that we've been seeing. Just enjoy this. Actually, Marvin, would you read this for us in your special voice?
This was once Mexican land, and the people being targeted today are often descendants of those who have lived here for generations or who came seeking safety, work, and dignity. The people here, especially the brown and indigenous people, have always been here, planting roots, building lives, raising families. And now in 2025, the descendants of those same communities are being hunted like criminals in their own ancestral home.
She also promoted hashtags like abolish ICE and no human is illegal. And now, folks, we know why Katy Perry had to come back down from the stars. She saw trubs, and she needed to put a land acknowledgement down on the problems that were happening far, far below her. All right, as we get ready to discuss this, I just want to say I had brought up in a prior segment in a prior show that I know two individuals who've been caught up, in this whole ICE situation, and they were innocent. Now, I'm not saying that everybody is. By no means am I saying that. I'm just saying that anecdotally, I know two people who have been, caught up in this, and I'm happy to say that for one of those individuals, it looks like everything's already taken care of. Documents were provided, and was it a pain? Was it a major inconvenience and probably scary? You bet. But it's working out the way that it's supposed to in the court system. That's the way things are supposed to go. The effort in LA, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, is to get out violent and criminal aliens who are misbehaving badly and don't need to be here, who are the kind of people who will do harm to you and others. That's the priority. And Katy Perry attaches to that. Oh my gosh, Marvin, they're taking out the people who have lived here for 12,000 years. And it's like, no.
I just want to say that aliens are totally not going to hurt anyone. I met them because I'm now a traveler of space. They're giving me a spinoff of Steven Universe.
And I wasn't allowed to stay up in space either. And so I understand the injustice of it all.
Are you suggesting her return to Earth was a deportation from outer space?
Yes.
In her mind. In her mind.
Could I point out a little historical fact?
Please.
It wasn't Mexicans, it was Spaniards who conquered California and basically enslaved the Native Americans in the process. And told them you either follow Juniperos, as somebody who grew up in LA, a big part of the social studies curriculum was the whole history of the missions and Junipero Serra and the conquistadors and all the rest of it. And they didn't come with smiles and quesadillas or whatever you were calling them. They came with
quesadillas, Lou, get it right now. We're big time hablantes of Spanish here.
Oh, well, okay, quesadillas.
Oh, quesadillas, got it. Yeah.
And now, of course, Katy Perry is quesadillas of the people she thinks will help her.
She's doing anything she can to get attention right now. And she made her way in Hollywood by getting attention. But Lou, let me broaden this out because I'm not interested in sort of just doing silly news. And this is kind of silly until we touch it to a bigger point. And that is Katy Perry, her career survived by pushing the envelope. That's no longer the way to succeed. I don't think it's no longer the way to win because that is now associated with going woke, right? And people are sick of it. There's a conservative pendulum shift happening, and she is one of the celebrities who hasn't recognized that. And because she continues to push farther and farther left, because she's so out of touch and out of date right now, that is what's causing her to fade. Is that analysis correct, or am I maybe biased?
Well, it's correct, except that we don't know how much of it is her idea and how much is her publicists.
That's a good point. Yes.
And the promoters, who are equally in a bubble of disbelief and denial of the reality of the situation. So either way, whether you have your own ideas or you follow bad advice, there it is. Yes. El pueblo de Nuestra Señora de la Reina de los Ángeles de Porcuña. Porciúnula. Anyway, that's the full name of Los Angeles, or as our great Mayor Yorty used to call it, Los Angeles.
You're going to need a heck of a placard for all that.
Yeah, well, that's why they shortened it, just like they shortened Imperial Starship Trooper of the Skies to fake astronaut for Katy Perry. Just easier handle, who lived here for generations. Well, guess what? Then they aren't illegal.
Exactly.
Generations.
What should we deport ourselves? Because Mexico and through Spain had California for 20 years. And I think we've had it longer. So according to the left's own rules, I think we cannot be deported.
Well, we're going to see if we are not deported.
I self-deported out of California 7 years ago. So I'm hardly one to notice. So
I would personally love if we just gave California back to Mexico and let's just see what happens.
No. That's cruel to Mexicans. We need to give it to Canada and see if we can make a trade for Alberta and some other territories. All right, let's go now, folks. I want you to see what Katy Perry's been up to. We're going to take the risk of this. Lord only knows if she's got some kind of claim on it. I hope not. This is a PSA. Katie, let us play it. We're trying to get your message out. I don't know if you like it, but I'm sorry, Katie. We're trying to get your mensaje out. Folks, that's not a euphemism. That's not anything bad. That's the Spanish word for message. Play it.
Hi, I'm Katy Perry. Let's take a journey and see how man-made climate change is hurting children around the world. Today, we're seeing more extreme weather everywhere. And as a California girl, I'm not the only one experiencing drought. Over the Pacific, in the Philippines, we've seen more devastating tropical cyclone patterns emerging. While further west in Bangladesh, millions of children and families have lost their homes to flooding. Because it's always children who are first to suffer from its impact.
You really got to say, Katie's making a great point here. I think it's cruel that the weather aims for children first.
Yeah.
When the hurricanes always, they look in the phone books. Kids today don't know what that is. The hurricanes today look for phone books. They look in the phone books for orphanages. And I just want to say right now, we on the Pro Show officially condemn the weather. We despise the moral ambiguity at best of the weather. Truly. It's
I can't tell you how many times that hurricanes have moved into town around here and they've had to ring my doorbell and alert me to the fact that they live here now.
Hey, I'm getting a legal notice right now in my ear set. Let's see. Sonny Hostin's attorneys are on the phone with me. Folks, we need to clarify, based on watching this video, that we are not, in fact, wishing any harm upon the weather. It is actually the sky that is the problem. The sky, which controls the weather, we're being told now, is the one aiming its angst at children. Darn you, the sky. Darn you.
Over in East Africa, climate change is helping spread mosquitoes and malaria, which already kills 800 children every day.
Has anybody thought about, like firing a missile at climate change? Because this dude seems like a bad one. I'm just going to tell you. I mean,
actually, I think someone on our side might have brought that one up as a joke.
And the forecast is conditions will worsen. So please join me in supporting UNICEF to change the forecast for children.
Nice nose ring.
I feel sorry that we can't change the forecast for more than just children. It's going to be a weird world when kids walk outside and it's sunny, but the adults in the same neighborhood say, why is that little gray rain cloud over me? This is Katy Perry. This is who she is now, Ron. Where's she gone, Ron?
What's gone wrong is that she hasn't had a conversation with John Stossel anytime in the last decade where he's been debunking all of this, which I actually just watched this morning. I love John Stossel. It's so fun to watch. He gets the scientists on, they debunk all this. By the way, this is exactly what I am studying with my son in science class right now, is the difference between weather and climate. And if you go back 100 years, you're going to see all of this stuff can easily be debunked. It's Katy Perry. I mean, when you're that desperate, my biggest question for her is stop talking. Okay, if you want to do something about any of this stuff that you're talking about, don't talk, do something about it. You have millions of dollars, buy a huge maybe plot of land in some place that's safe from the climate change, and like build a village there for all the people, and then we don't have to send them back, and you can pay for all the fines and all of that kind of stuff, so that they can be here legally, and everybody's good, and that's what I've never understood about celebrities. Celebrities talk, and they never do anything and themselves.
By the way, remember when people got famous and rich and successful as singers by singing? I mean, seriously. Now, Pro, how many new songs did you just create for the new radio channel?
Oh gosh, at this point,
more than Katy Perry, I'll bet, right?
Yeah, more than 100 we've been working on.
And on the one hand, nobody's paying you millions to go play them in Vegas. On the other hand, they didn't cost what it cost for her to play in Vegas, right? It's like if she wants her career back, she should go to what she theoretically knows. Now, I gotta make a big admission here. I have never ever heard a complete Katy Perry song, let alone an album, let alone a concert performance.
The first half is pretty much the same as the last half. I'll say that there's not much of a dynamism to it.
But you know, when they said the 40-year-old, I thought, well, when I was young and radical and all those things were going on, it was never trust anybody under 30. she's edging out to the point of being a joke like Madonna is, right?
That's exactly right. By the way, Lou, I just want to say to Vegas, you don't have to pay me millions to come play for you. Just let me into the Bellagio's buffet every day, and I'll be a happy guy. My waistline and my wife.
That's what I said when they fired what's his name, super agent from Disney, and I said I'd leave for half that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now I have some bad news for Katy Perry. It appears that darn Antarctica, and this has got to be aimed at kids somehow. I don't know how, but climate change is clearly lurking behind every corner and every continent, finding a way to harm the most impressionable and most vulnerable among us. But climate change, in its most sneaky, devilish way, has somehow added 108 billion tons of ice per year to Antarctica, in spite of what we've been told. Gosh darn it, I'm starting to question that silly willy Al Gore.
Whoa. Hold the presses. Ice is involved in this? No wonder Katie's mad.
That might be one of the best lines, one of the best jokes ever. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Well, where's Vanilla Ice when you need him?
I have heard that things are getting so bad for Katy Perry that her next project is actually going to be a cover of Summer Sizzle.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
He wishes she could sing like that.
And the record will come with a hidden chamber with a key in it.
Jonas, get us out of here. We got to stop on Katy Perry, wrap this topic up, and answer the question definitively. It's what the people need. Did Katy Perry get led astray by the idea and the fact that society is moving away from going woke?
Well, I would never accuse her of being a forward thinker, truly, or having a tight grasp on the culture here. Mostly, I just expect her to ask insightful questions like, do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Or to tell you great things like, baby, you're a firework. It's the same thing like people complaining about singers not having principles when they sell out and do XYZ, like they're singers. Katy Perry doing a land acknowledgement and talking about climate change, women and children hardest hit. Women and minorities hardest hit to go to the old mainstream media.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that climate change is,
that's
listen, dear the sky. We're going to have some talks after this. You're just too rude.
Yeah. Pro is being funny, but that's the old meme of world ending, women and minorities hardest hit. That's the way.
What about Sam Kinison? Sam Kinison used to say, if you don't send money to these places where they're starving in the desert, send me, and I'll tell them, move to where the food is. You live in a desert.
We'll never see his.
We have deserts too. We just don't live in them, jerks. He used stronger language than that, but I'm a genteel guy.
Right. And of course,
but here's one last thought. The reason why performers, whether they're singers, actors, whatever, are deemed to have some sort of clout politically or socially or whatever, is based in their talent and having hit records or hit movies or hit somethings. She hadn't got that anymore. So maybe she should concentrate on getting that mojo back before she uses political capital that she no longer owns.
There you go. Folks, that's where we'll leave it. Goodbye, Katie. And as Jonas said, she's a firework. The problem is fireworks now add to carbon emissions. And folks, we have come to the end yet again. Another video of excellence in the can. What a joy it has been to share time with you. We hope you enjoyed it as well. If so, consider clicking that like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. And as always, drop a comment down below. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, so waste not yours. Join a community dialogue today, just on down below. Folks, we are going to say farewell for now, but we will see you back for is more, and that's how many videos we put out every single day here on the Pro Channel. Hope you enjoy them all. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.